My name's Jose Marquez. I'm a vice president with California Bank and Trust. Volunteering, love it. I've volunteered for several years. Today's another one of those great days. You know, interestingly, when I first started, I felt it was going to be a chore for me, volunteering. I have a job, I work every day. Come to find out, after the very first time I did it, I love it. I think I got more benefit out of it than the children did. So as a volunteer, it really surprised me. I very much enjoy it. I love that interaction with the kids. Well, coming from the bank, there's a great tie-in with a junior achievement program and financial literacy. It just makes sense. There's a good match there. So that part of it made sense for me to volunteer. What I've come to find out that, yeah, I don't necessarily have to be a banker to be a great volunteer. I can learn from the kids, and all kids have the same questions and challenges. Over the years, I've had a lot of funny stories, One that may jump out at me is a young man that I had a few months ago, and when you come in and you pick a persona, and you get what you get based on answers. He was married, he had 2 kids. And so when we got to budgeting, he wanted to drive a Porsche, he wanted to get gourmet food, he wanted to live in Beverly Hills, and he realized that just doesn't foot. You've got a wife, you've got kids, you're gonna need 2 cars. So that was really funny, knowing what he wanted to do when reality set in and when he had to do his budget. He quickly realized that doesn't make sense. Let me think this through a little bit. So that was kind of funny. There's a lot of stories like that. I gotta tell you that for me, I wish I had done this when I was a young man growing in high school or junior high. It would have given me that extra step of knowledge, of understanding how does credit work, what is savings accounts all about. I don't think I went into a bank till I was in my 20s. I didn't even know what a bank was, what they did. But they're getting the exposure early on. And kids nowadays are very astute. They're technology. They know what a bank is, they know how it works. I get some really advanced questions here. So the earlier they get the information, the better. Junior high especially. I just think it's great to get that exposure, understand how savings works, how expenses work, the cost of life in general, and they take that home. I think it's a real win for that. Volunteer. The first step is raise your hand and volunteer. It's a little intimidating when you first do it, but after 30 minutes, it's just all fun. I love it. It's a simple program. The gain for the students is off the charts great, and the gain for us personally is wonderful. It's a great opportunity for a volunteer. You know, it's all in the same vein, eye-opening for the kids. That's most of the stories are just eye-opening. Whoa, I didn't know life cost this much. I didn't know that everything is all in. Dinners, movies, coffee at Starbucks for $4. And kids aren't cognizant of how all that comes together. And it's offset with your income. And do you really want to spend money doing that? Everything, all the stories are around that, kind of aha moments for them and what their parents are going through, either one parent or both. So that part I always like, because they can kind of put it together, like, I didn't realize my mom was doing all that, or my dad or my parents were doing all that. I really like that part of it. You know, I really do. So. Well, what I learned from the students is that we all mirror our community. You get all types of students. You get students at all different economic levels, in big families, small families, single kids, double, some with kids themselves. So there's a whole gamut. But the common denominator is they're all learning the same important data. How money comes in, how money comes out, how do I save for my retirement? So that common denominator is important for everyone that attends. I like that a lot.